Good, nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Your recruiting process was a little unique. Could you talk about like when you settled on Florida State, when you knew that was gonna happen and just the emotions of that?
Yes, sir, for sure. So I was committed throughout the season of Ole Miss. So, you know, that was a crazy concept and everything. But when I decommitted, it was more towards the season, but we were still in the playoffs. So I was more focused on trying to get a championship. So after the season ended, you know, sat down with my people, saw all my options, and it was about a couple weeks ago, Chuck Cantor, he gave me a call. He was like, "You still interested in Florida State?" I was like, "Of course, you know, just a Florida guy, love Florida State." So after that, I made it a done deal, and called him around and all that, and made the decision.
Brendan?
With that in mind, Trevor, there were some like other options you could have had that made an easier path to playing time, easier road for you, financially, all sorts of stuff that would have been easier. Why was this path right for you?
You know, it was more of a emotional thing too. With my grandma, she loved Florida State. You know, so she passed a couple weeks ago, and she always used to tell me like Florida State, Florida State. So I mostly did it for her. But on the other side, I was just being a Florida kid. You know, growing up in Florida State, just always loved Florida State. You know, and just the person Norvell is. You know, like why not get enhanced by him and just developed by him. So it was an easy decision in my eyes, for sure.
Do you feel like that was a sign that Florida State kind of offered right around that time?
I feel like it was a blessing. You know, God works in mysterious ways. So, you know, everything was playing out the way it was, and I feel like it was a blessing for sure.
What about Mike Norvell's offense just appeals to you, why you wanted to be here?
You know, his offense is sneaky. You know, Jordan Travis, he had a great year in that offense. You know, and just me just sitting down and learning it right now. You know, Coach Tokars and Coach Tuck, they always talk about how it's one of the hardest college offenses to learn. You know, because there's so many different things they can have in one play. There's just so many different outlets they can have in one play as well. So it gives you a good experience to learn from like an NFL aspect. You'll be ready for that in the next level. So it's a good experience.
Chris?
Hey Trevor, what are your strengths as a quarterback, and in what areas do you feel like you have to make the biggest leaps here in your first couple of years?
Yes, so that's a great question. I feel like my greatest strengths as a quarterback, I would say leadership, you know, accountability. I can get the job done, throwing, running. I feel like something I need to work on. Pretty much just getting that college tempo. You know, it's very fast paced. You know, just make sure I get comfortable in that fast paced type lifestyle, and just understanding more ball. You know, you can always learn more. So you know, I feel like if I just understand more, I'll be more comfortable as well.
That's one.
Sure, when it comes to figuring out how you'll fit into an offense, is that something you just kind of trust the coaching staff when they tell you? Do you go back and look at film of other quarterbacks that might have your skill set that Norvell's coached before?
Yes, sir. You know, just looking back, you know, seeing Jordan Travis, I came to a couple of their games. You know, he plays the similar play style as me. You know, and just the way they coach as well. You know, they just, you know, they're not gonna lie to you. They're gonna have you here for a reason, for what you're here for, what you're capable of. So I feel like it was one of those good reasons as well.
Awesome. Hey, have you had a chance to talk to Jordan Travis before? And what have you learned from DJ so far in the short time you guys been together?
Yes, sir. I talked to Travis. I was telling him, you know, keep your head up and all that, you know, with his injury. But he's a good person, very chill, very humble, very down to earth. And DJ, you know, that's just the big brother, you know. He's like we call him the granddad of the QB room, because he's so, you know what I'm saying? He's very chill, very laid back, but he's super smart, you know, like he really knows the game of football. He's teaching me a lot of stuff that I can use in my future, so I really appreciate him as well.
I see you've had some big rushing performances as well as passing. Some quarterbacks that can do both like to prove that they're a passer or not. Do you care? How do you view running and passing, like your skill set?
Yes, sir. You know, at the end of the day, I'm about winning. You know, but if I can pass, I can pass. You know, everybody don't like getting hit that much. You know, that's a big toll, especially these big boys in college. But yes, sir. It doesn't matter which way I can get it done. It's winning football.
Anything else for Trevor?
Did you play other positions coming up or other sports?
I did a little bit of basketball, but as soon as position-wise, I always stayed a quarterback. You know, just always been that leader on the team, get it done. You know.
Since you were little?
Yes, sir. Since I was little. Yeah.
So you actually knocked out your now teammate Kai Bates out of the Florida playoffs his last high school game. Do you guys give each other anything?
All the time. So the regular season, they beat us. So he's always talking about it. And then playoffs, it was this clip. It's this clip on Twitter. I point at him when I score. I point at him. So every time he talks, I pull the clip up. And he just got his head down and stuff. So it's a funny little thing we have. But that's my brother. Both from Orlando, both grew up together. So we always have a fun time.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.